Hi, everybody. This is Joel Simmons for another 2-Minute Turf Talk. I would like to invite everybody to listen to this week's podcast. The EarthWorks Podcast features Ken Kleinedler, who is the superintendent at Colliers Reserve in Naples, Florida. And as we always try to do on the EarthWorks Podcast, we always want to bring a couple tidbits that might help a superintendent come up with an idea that might work really well on their property. And Ken had a whole bunch. But as you can imagine, one of the conversation points that we had with Ken was talking about how he manages some of these incredible storms that they get on the west coast of Florida. And he's had, of course, a couple recently with the recent hurricanes blowing through. In this clip, Ken talks about how he sets up the property before a storm so we can flush out some of the sodium. And it's quite interesting, and it's well worth the listen. Thank you very much. So you're dealing with some of these storms. What are you actually doing to remediate the salt? I mean, what's the procedure? You kind of hinted on some of this. You got water stored away before the storm, so you have clean water to flush. You're throwing a little kick in there, a little humic acids and stuff. What else can you do? I mean, and maybe the first question should be, how long were you underwater on any of these storms? I know Ian was probably the worst.
Yeah, that's a great point, because Ian, we were just talking about that. That's probably what made it even more severe with Ian, was because it was such a slow moving storm that it must have been underwater for much longer. No one was here to really know how long, but with this last storm, Milton, it came in and it went out pretty quickly is what we could tell. And that helped. I mean, we still saw a yellow ding across the golf course from the rain, the salt and the rain, and then from the surge. But it was more, it wasn't as intense as it was with Ian. Gave us some time to flush. But yeah, I mean, part of our protocol, the prepping is, let's vent these grains
beforehand.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We want to get I want to get as much.
Let it go through.
Let it go through. Exactly. Yeah. I want to get as much oxygen to the roots as possible.
I've heard that's important. I'm not sure if that's true.
Yeah. No, it's
heard that somewhere. I don't know why.
Yeah, somewhere. Heard that from a guy in a podcast once.
I don't know where. I don't know.
And so we wanted to, but we want to flush through it too. So we're doing a wetting agent or a penetrant, before the storm, so everything's going to flow right through. And then we parlay
you're setting yourself up with the penetrant. Good.
Oh yeah, we wanted it out. We wanted
perfect. Yeah, let it roll through. Yeah,
roll through, and then I'm big on carbon, and I'm big on forms of silica as a way to buffer off salt as well.
Good.